Guys, what's up? So, many of you know that if you're a part of the makeup community, like you follow any of the artists on YouTube, there's been a huge scandal with James Charles. They said that he was trying to turn a straight man gay. That's how Tati describes it, whom is another makeup artist. And she goes on and kind of like calls him out. And honestly, then James makes another video. And he puts out there like pictures of all the text messages. He's like, I have voicemails confirming this and all this other stuff that honestly, I'm like, I don't know why this had to become such a public thing. Like, at some point, you need to grow up. And honestly, I think that the kid he was with was more just curious and wanted to be around somebody who was famous, okay? Like, I do feel bad for him if things went further or James made him uncomfortable. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think he kind of got caught up in the moment too. You know what I mean? If you're not in the makeup community, you may not always know, like, that person's personality, you know what I mean? Like, unless you actually know them, if you just watch them on YouTube, you don't know who that person really is. So, anyways, he does all that. Well, Jeffree Starr was at this too. Jeffree doesn't post for a little while, but then he finally does. And Tati's put another video. And James Charles is still not posted anything else, so not 100% sure what happened with him. He just kind of disappeared, fell off the grid. I don't know if he's gonna make more videos or what, but so Jeffree Star's, I don't necessarily agree with like either of these gentlemen or either of their like whole lifestyle and all that stuff, but you cannot deny the fact that they are both amazing makeup artists. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to agree with everything anyone does, most likely. I mean, but when they do something makeup related, they slay. And Jeffree Star is an extremely successful person who just like has this huge business and had this dream and ran with it, and he has made a name for himself. So he comes out and he makes a video and basically like, everybody needs to sit down and talk about this face to face. We need to stop making it so public. We need to suck it up and talk to each other. He goes and he's like, I would like to put it out there. I'm sorry for doing X, Y, and Z. This is what I did, and I hope that I'm able to learn from it and better respond. You know, he was like, I should have responded better, and basically kind of mentored James through this situation and talked to him and taking that as an opportunity to teach him, almost, is my understanding from what Jeffree says. And honestly, I think his response to the whole situation was the best. He's like, this needs to be handled behind closed doors. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said to X, Y, and Z. You know, he goes through, mentions each person and what he did. Like, one person he went after on Twitter, you know what I mean? Like, and he's like, I'm very sorry. That wasn't the mature way to handle this. We all need to talk about this behind closed doors. And basically everybody else needs to mind their own business. So I thought this was like the best one that I had seen so far, because we are so wanting to be public with everything. And yeah, and Jeffree's like moved on. He's making more videos. He was legit just like, this is it. We need to handle it better next time. Let's all talk about it. Boom. And that's what I like about him. He's just very straightforward, you know, but also he's very straightforward, so sometimes it's not always necessarily kind. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just blunt, and not everybody knows how to take that. So anyways, just kind of what I've seen unfolding so far. I definitely think things have gotten way out of hand, and that if that young man had an issue with it, then somebody in this situation should have done some type of mediation between the two, which I think is basically what Jeffree was trying to put out there. But he did anyways. Everybody in this situation is an adult, and I believe that, like Jeffree Starr said, they need to all get together and talk about it behind closed doors. Don't need to be calling everybody out and trying to, like, basically get them to take your side, because let's be honest, that's the reason you post. It's just like when you were kids, you try to be the first one to tattle, so it's your story is the first one that they hear. Anyways, you guys, these are all amazing makeup artists. I'm just gonna, like, I'm really impressed with the way Jeffree handled it and sharing it on social media, and how he was like, we're done, we're not talking about it on here anymore, like, this is over with. I don't really appreciate how Tati did it, but, like, I don't fully know. I'm not a regular on her channel, and she obviously had a very special relationship with James, and so I can see how she would feel betrayed. I do. I think that James probably needs to express himself a little bit different. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of James and Jeffree. Like, I have James' palette. Like, I mean, and I bought that before all this drama happened. I think that he's been through a lot, and he was given this fame and whatnot young, and I think he just wasn't quite done growing up, if that makes sense, because I don't want it to sound rude, because I don't think he's actually a bad person. You know what I mean? I don't think he really had ill intentions for anybody, but I do think that he could have handled this situation better, and that he has a lot of pressure on him for someone his age, and I feel like it's a lot to ask right now. But if he's gonna have this fame and this platform, he needs to learn to use it for good and make sure that he's doing things that are appropriate, because young girls watch him as well. Okay? And, like, I don't know, you just kind of have to dial things back, take things into consideration. It's been crazy. It's crazy. But I'm hoping that everybody's able to mend their relationship here in the near future, because I have just, like, it's very disappointing to me that James hasn't made more videos. Because, like I said, I love him as an artist. I had been kind of disappointed with him not necessarily focusing on makeup for his YouTube channel. He was doing a lot of, like, other videos, but I get it, you gotta mix it up. Like, you can only make so many different looks, like, and you need inspiration, you know what I mean? Anyways, you guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know what your view on the situation is, because honestly, I feel like it's a mess. But anyways, bye!